So, okay. So the way I always like to bring to give people a comparison, and what I mean by that, okay, it's always nice when you go to a store, and doesn't matter what what the what kind of store it is, that you're greeted with a smile. Okay, it makes you feel good.
Right.
As a customer, it makes you feel good. If you go see a doctor, okay, if you have somebody pleasant, okay, again, it makes you feel good. So it starts from there that we want every experience of our customer when they come here, okay, to make they feel, listen, this is a nice place, okay, and I feel comfortable. So if the customer feels comfortable, chances are that they're going to open up more to talk to the salespeople. The more they talk to the salespeople, it's easier for the salesperson to find what their needs are, and they can find a solution for them. So one of the hardest thing that as a salesperson, what I found out is when you greet a customer and then you can see in their eyes they're like scared, or they so what can I do to make them feel welcome, crack a joke or smile, or just be you know be a little bit more friendlier, instead of just attacking. Oh, welcome to our store. What can we show you? Blah, 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 blah. No, that's not a way to relax a customer. Customer walks in, they like to be a little bit more relaxed. First, what we say when we go in the stores, usually we say, well, we're just looking, okay? Even though we know a specific thing that we want, okay? But the first thing we say, we're just looking, okay? Of course you're looking at, you want to see. So that's the whole idea. Let's make this place from all the aspects, from the moment they walk in, okay? So how I incorporate that? People walk in, they look at the sofa, all the pillows are straight, it looks beautiful, okay? Now they can visualize it, how it looks in the room. Also, in the same token, it makes the salespeople's job much easier, because have displayed is have sold. If it's something nicely displayed, it's half sold. So those are the small things. What's wrong with walking every 10, 15 minutes, like through the store? Let's fill up the pillows.
Right.
Flip up the pillows. It's our house. This is, what's wrong with adjusting this lamp? What's wrong with, doing that? So it makes it easy for everybody, not just one person, because we sell throughout the whole store. So that's what I try to kind of incorporate, how do we feel when we go to, okay, because it's one thing when it happened to us, then we know how it is.
Right.
Okay.
You can relate to it.
You can relate it,
Yes.
and then, now this is before your time, but anyway, Best Buy in Circuit City. Circuit City was also like Best Buy, they're competitors, okay? You go Best Buy, even to this day, bright. You walk in, boom, it's always like something is going on, okay? Circuit City was semi-dark, gray color, kind of, you didn't feel as happy or kind of relaxed, okay? And that's why, even though, Best Buy maybe it was like $1 more, it didn't matter. I would go there because it made me feel like better,
Right, yes.
Okay, so that's something, the same thing, that anything that a customer can relate, that the salespeople can relate, that happened to them. And because we hear the stories every single day from every of our employee, if they had a bad experience, they make sure they shared with us.
Absolutely. Yes.
Doesn't it? Okay. So, and then that's the way I would do it. I would say, every one of us had some experience. It was like, this person was like nasty, this person wasn't nice, or this on the phone, whatever. So it's the same thing here. Okay, so that's what we want to make sure, that every customer that comes here, we make them, make them feel welcome. But it also starts from us. So we have to have that attitude to say, listen, we take pride in our store. This is Gardner. I work here. I'm proud to work here, because I tell you one thing: if any of our salespeople, or that work here, and they go somewhere, and then they hear about somebody talking bad about us. We don't like it. We don't like it because you take a pride. Listen, I work here. Don't tell me everything is bad. I mean, we made mistake, okay, but we have that. We're proud that we're working at Gardner White. So let's show them that we're proud, and and that's one of those are the things that if you don't take the personal, take not just so okay, we're gonna have a tour, we have to look good, no, yeah, well, forget it, that's bullshit.
Right.
That's bullshit. I don't want that. I don't want to be good because it's a tour. What happens if you don't have a tour now? Basically we can do whatever we want. So I don't know if this gives you a little bit better.
It does. What other stuff that I can add to it?
So okay.
Because you gave me a very good point, like to start it with the pride and then it goes back. Because you're right, what if we don't have a tour? It's just the idea. I want the store to look good all the time, and you really care about it. You're not just doing it because, we're asking you.
Right, and then it's something that has to be done, you're going to have those guys, and I use Jack because he's one of the worst that I, at least one at 14, because, I always say, Jack, let's go to an area. And he had coffee and this and what he would do. Coffee. Fuck, Jack, I'm gonna kill you. I don't know, you're taping me, I know, but anyway, I said he's gonna kill you if you just put that coffee for 5 minutes and go to the store and then come sit down, But again, those are some of the. I think that you'll have those, but you almost have to take these veterans on the side. And say, I'm counting on you. I'm counting you to see if this guy doesn't do it, for you can do that. Because then you give them responsibility.
Right. I make them feel important too.
Yes, and you're on your team. Okay, because guys, I'm counting on you. You're my base, whatever, which is true.
Yeah.
So I want you to, to take these, the newer people, I'm going to show them how to display this, show them how to do this, So, and that's how you get them involved.
Okay. So I can talk about pride, but that's one of it. And that's including everything from the greet until taking care of the guests, and then making them feel comfortable, and then also to make them feel that this is home and clean it out and everything. But what else can I add?
So talk about, I think this is, I'm going to tell you what I found that, from the other stores too. Some people just, their attitude sucks. It sucks.
You're right.
I know.
It's in sales. I see it, customer service, in all departments.
Yeah. And I think is one of the, and then what happened is that it drains out of, talking this young guy. He's a smart kid. He's no dummy, and I mean, I'm listening to him, and then, it's like you customer the good stuff, make him feel good, We're not here to sell furniture. We're people. Let them get them the information. Let them buy. People don't like to be sold. They don't like to be. I mean, last time you went shopping, you bought a blouse. Okay, let's say, okay. When you come to home, or your husband or whoever, you don't tell them the salesperson sold it to me. You say I bought it.
Right.
You're pride. I don't care if it's $5. Okay, but it's just the idea that I feel good. I bought this. Okay, so let the customer buy stuff
and feel good about it.
Let them feel good. Let them enjoy what they buy. Okay, we're gonna give them the information. We're gonna give them the decision. Ultimately it's their decision, but let them enjoy it. And that's part of it, is because it's on the floor. People have to adjust their attitude. And I tell you, if I be a store manager now, know what I know, what I see now, that's the thing that the first thing I would work on, their attitude. And I would say, what, guys, if you want to give me something positive, give me something positive. If you're just going to bitch about because this person does this person, please don't bring it to me, because it's not fair to the other salespeople. If it's something serious, pull me on the side, tell me what it is. Okay, we'll figure it out. But just the bitch because this customer came in looking for a lamp and there's nothing we can have, that's bullshit.
Don't let this ruin your
Don't,
day.
no, absolutely. I'm telling you, I go from store to store. You know, and some of these guys, I'm like, man, what's your problem?
So what if like they did not sell that front and the whole day they were at zero? How can they overcome that? What advice should I give them?
Listen, the way I would say it is always the next day. It's all that's the nature of the business, because sometimes we all start from zero. Sometimes you can, your mother could come in and you wouldn't sell it to her, but it's just the nature of the business. Because at the end of the day, people always going to buy furniture. People always going to die. People always going to get married. People are going to divorce. They're going to move. People are going to buy furniture. But you can concentrate on the good stuff, and because that's how usually how it relates. If you the customer can detect if you're genuine, if you're not. And tell you how I know. I go from store to store and I say, okay, guys, I'm here if you have any questions, whatever. Oh, no, we're fine. No, we're fine. We're fine. I'm looking at delivery. You're always at the bottom, but you're fine. You don't know. No. So I can walk right now and say, show me the mattress for $19.99. Show me the firmest bed that you have. They don't know where it is.
Or where to take them from that mattress
Right,
to what
or
mattress?
that. Because they don't, a lot of when they expect that people come in saying, write it up. Well, that's not going to happen.
And that all can go back to the pride, to know your product and how proud you are of the mattresses and to know where to take them from. If they don't like this one, to know where to take them next, not to find out with the customer.
Okay, or put them on the spot. Say, well, I wasn't sure. Why don't you now, since you're at the bottom? Why don't you take 5 minutes and go do this? Kind of make them do this. Okay. Well, what else do you have? Looking for bookshelves. We don't have any bookshelves, do we? Okay. Why don't you take 5 minutes and let's look at it, or even take them by the hand. Almost like we take them by. Let's walk to the floor. Let's walk to the floor. Let's see what it is. Then then the next time what's what we're doing.
And how will I be able to end it in a positive way?
Okay.
Like, I will mention all of that, in a very nice and polite way how you explained it, and I might add to it too, based on the stuff that I saw, right? But then how can I just give me an idea how to end it in a very positive way, because it's Saturday, I don't want to ruin their day. They're doing good.
Yeah.
And on the other hands, like FCP, MP, Flip, everything, like even the rest test, the average ticket went up from 1,600 to 2,100.
Yeah.
So
you can get So guys, let's look at that stuff. We do a lot of the great. We're going to do the good. Does good. Okay. Let's say what can we make it even better? And I think one of the reasons to make it better, we can do this. Kind of go over your stuff, know where it is. I'm not trying to bring myself to be some importance here or not, but you can say, listen, you have the reps here. You have Boris comes once in a while. Ask him a question, what it is, anybody here, that it can help, and then that comes with us to have a good attitude and to be proactive, to find out what do we have, what is the alternative, so in a positive, I would say, look, the good thing is, thank God, we work for the best company in Midwest. Okay, it's not just in Michigan, but in Midwest. We have ownership that we advertise a lot, so that brings the people. Think of the customers that don't advertise. They don't advertise, they're screwed. Nobody comes in. Okay, so look at it. Thank God we work for the company that we work. They put a lot of effort in trying to get things better for us from every aspect, whether it be health insurance, whatever that may be, okay. But now, what can we do to make it even better? And I think that's something that we can work on that, and then we can elevate our stuff even more so, So, that's. But I always like to use examples.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna ask you. Can I use myself as an example?
Yes.
So, for example, it's just I will start thinking about stuff. Like, for example,
this is in the store right here.
Yes.
Okay.
So, for example, when you're running the board, I always run the board. I don't get overwhelmed. So a lot of people gets overwhelmed and they start talking to each other. That also goes back to the attitude. Have the right attitude. Run it, and if you're stressed or anything, leave, and someone else can come instead of going back and forth. So.
Yeah. And then I said, I always like to put them on spot. Like I said, when was the last time you bought something? come here, you mister, okay, what was it? I bought a jacket.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you say? Did you say the salesperson sold it to me? No, you said I bought it. Okay, you took the pride into buying something. Let the customer buy. Let them buy.
Yeah.
Let them make them feel good. And that comes from us being genuine. Let them make them feel happy. We can give them the options, but let them feel good. And the same thing here. We come here. Look, we spend a lot of our. Why not make everybody happy? You know.
Right.
Why just bitch about this,
Right.
whatever it may be.
What will you lose if you make them happy?
Yeah,
It's
well,
not just
you know,
about the
nothing,
sale.
you know.
Yes.
So what's wrong with giving encouragement here or there? Okay. Well, what's wrong going through the store and make sure everything looks like nice? And give an example. When was the last time you went somewhere and you didn't have good experience? And we hear it every day here. So get them involved in that way. Okay, and every one of you can tell me that you had a bad day somewhere. You were in the doctor's office or somewhere, and this person was rude, or whatever. You didn't like it, right? You didn't like it, and you share with everybody else. Okay, so the same thing here. We want our customer to come in to say good stuff about us.
Right.
We take the pride in. Listen, I work for Gardner White. This Gardner White is not just some Joe Blow, some company they never heard of it. Okay. So I come here, I want to look good, I want to feel good, I want to make people around me feel good, and nobody gives you the right to suck the energy out of me.
Right.
Okay, so that's the way I would, kind of build
Bring
it up,
yes. But also use a lot of examples based on
examples,
them. Yes.
because then people they can relate to them.
Yes. Yep. Because
Okay.
if I could just keep talking and there's no
Yeah,
examples, even when
okay.
I do the coaching with the salespeople, when I use examples, they really think, oh yeah, that happened, and they
Yeah,
can relate
So
to it.
that's the key. Keep it as simple as, because now if that happened to me, now they believe it.
Okay.
If you don't said something, no, but they have no idea.
Okay.
Okay, but it happened to them, and I said I always use the same case. You bought something, never say, oh, salesperson sold. No, you take the pride. I don't care if it's $5.
Okay. So I think this is a very good. But do you think I should change my title to the pride to personal responsibility?
I would mix it, personal pride
take
and
pride.
personal. Bring it kind of together.
Okay.
You have to. In order to care for the store, you got to feel good about
Right,
that
yes.
who you work for. Okay.
Absolutely.
That's the key. Now, if you don't feel good about it, then you're going to have the suck attitude. You're not going to, you're not going to be involved because you're miserable.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. You're not happy.
Okay.
And you'll find every excuse under the sun to bitch and complain because never good enough.
Okay. So with me talking, how do you think, how I told you that I deliver the message but very fast? How can I get it slowly, by giving details and examples?
Yeah, give examples and get them involved, Okay. So, just to take, the little extra step. It's not going to hurt anybody. But it's that attitude. Because think about this. They have to understand that, whether it be a first person or second person. Let's say the first person will sell it. Okay, fine. That's an easy one. But if the first person cannot sell, now you're going to be a TO, because most of the business is a TO. Okay.
Yes.
What can the TO person can do, to make it, even though if the customer doesn't want to buy, or is it any other question that I can answer for you? And I want to thank you for coming in. Well, whether you buy it or not, it's totally up to you. We just want to make sure you get all the information, and then hopefully we can earn your business and whatever. But make him feel good. Thank him for coming in. It makes them feel good.
Right. Even if they're not purchasing.
Right. It doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's just the right way. It's the right thing to do.
Right.
It doesn't mean you don't have to love the person. Okay. They're a customer. You don't know them from Adam. They're nice to you. You have every reason to be nice to them. And if they're not, doesn't matter. Yeah, I just want to have a clean conscience. Sir, I want to thank you. Thank you for something. Listen, stop by. We have just different stuff coming in all the time, so maybe not this time, maybe next time, maybe a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, so why not leave the door open?
Right.
And that takes in a pride, and that, okay, so you can relate that to say, what's wrong with, grabbing that to say, what, let me fix that. What's wrong with shading the lamp? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not going to hurt anybody. Take 5 minutes, go through this and read this. If you don't see something right, let me know. You don't have to move it. I'll have the guys do it, okay? but take the pride. That's why you take the attitude, towards the customer, and that is, my friends, the attitude from the customer starts from you, from us here. So we have good attitude about here. We're gonna have good attitude on the floor. The customer can feel that. Then it's easy for them to shop. It's easy for us to do the whole sales process.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, I hope it gives you.
It helps a lot. Yes.
To get them involved.
Yes. I think getting them involved, giving examples, but definitely getting them involved so they can relate to the other salespeople. Yeah, and put them like on the spot.
So just ask me, tell me a bad experience that you ever had with anywhere you want.
Right.
So that, okay, one of you, give me a bad example, okay, and they'll open up because salespeople like to talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll open up. Okay.
Yeah, and I can ask, do you want that to happen here?
Yeah. So how would you feel if that happened to you?
Yes.
You don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, my was biggest fear to people, if I'm with a customer, that other salespeople, how they talk, because the customer listens to what other people talk, and if they hear some people talking shitty and they're saying, well, what kind of company is this?
Right. Yes.
So that's something else that I would bring. And it used to drive me nuts because Jack, is like one of has a loud mouth and voice. And then I would if I would move specifically just so I can face them, like give them.
Right.
And then they're
because
like,
my customer is hearing this.
Guys, because the customer doesn't listen to me, now listen to you.
Right.
And you have, this stupid, some crazy conversation, it doesn't look good for me, it doesn't look good for you, it doesn't look for the company. So be a little bit more respectful, be who has the customer, either move away. That's another thing, move away, go the other side, Don't be in front of the customer, they don't like to be intimidated because you have 5 people staring at them.
Right, absolutely. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. It helped a lot. Thank you.
I hope so.